Sonic Origins Plus is the extension to add more content into the Sonic Origins that released last year. It's coming out on June 23rd, 2023, with some more additional content added to make it the definitive Origins Plus version. But basically, what is being added into the version? Well, we do know new modes and obviously new stuff is going to be added into the game, like new challenges and stuff like that. However, we did get more of the scoop on some other type of different stuff. For instance, we got to see Amy for the first time, being a playable character in the classic games. She's playable in 1, 2, 3 Knuckles, and in CD, which in my opinion I think is incredible. Again, a lot of people have been wanting Amy to be a playable character for a while now in the classic games. Obviously, she made her first appearance in CD, but to see her in other games like 1, 2, and 3 Knuckles definitely makes me wonder, like, do they potentially thinking of making DLC updates or potentially other different types of added content into Origins? Because I always think if they could add Amy and make her playable, of course, what if for the fun of it, for instance, like they make a 2D Shadow sprite and they put Shadow in Origins. Obviously Shadow isn't from this era, he appeared in the Adventure era with Adventure 2, but it would be interesting to see if potentially other playable characters could be potentially added into Origins Plus as a DLC update or a later on update in the future. Now, another thing that they did show was obviously Amy's abilities. Obviously, what is her unique ability? Because obviously we know Sonic is fast, Tails can, obviously glide through his tails, and obviously we know Knuckles can also glide. But Amy, what she's able to do is she's able to use her hammer. Basically, when she jumps, her hammer comes out, and it's basically a big fuck you swing. Essentially, which in my opinion, I love that Amy obviously has her hammer and is used in some capacity here. Obviously, that's one of the things that make her unique as a character to me, is her having her hammer and basically being able to take out anything with her hammer. So her having her hammer here is incredible. I love the way how they used it and incorporated it into her, which I really appreciate that they did that. And of course, it's the 2D Amy sprite. This is a sprite we've rarely seen in the Sonic series, mainly because she's only had a few appearances with, this sprite, because obviously we are all very accustomed to modern and Amy. But still, very cool that we got that. And then also, we got 12 Sonic Game Gear titles. Now, this is a shock to me, the fact that we're getting 12 of Sonic's titles from the Game Gear, something that I find very hard to access in the modern day. So the fact that we're getting 12 of Sonic's Game Gear titles is incredible. I mean, you obviously have Sonic 1 and 2, which are the first few OG Sonic titles to come out on the Game Gear, but you also have some other crazy stuff on here. For instance, you have some of the worst Sonic games of all time here, and my opinion, Sonic Blast. I would much rather prefer 3D Blast any day of the week than Sonic Blast, but obviously this is a Game Gear game. 3D Blast is a different console, so makes sense, but I'd still much rather prefer 3D Blast. Sonic Labyrinth is here also. It's another game, one of the worst in the series. In my opinion, it's not a great game, but it's interesting and unique to have here. Sonic Drift 1 and 2, again, they're okay racing games. They're not in the same quality as, I would say, the Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and Transformed, but they're alright in their own right. Chaos, again, it's another game. I just find it pretty bad, but it's okay. But then we also got some games that I know a lot of people are really gonna like being able to play here. Triple Trouble. I mean, Spinball is a game. I know it's a pinball Sonic game, but it's really cool. I actually really like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I think it's cool to have that here. But the games I'm mostly shocked about that are here are the 2 Tails games. Tails' Sky Patrol and Tails' Adventures. These two, the fact that they're here, are the games I'm easily the most shocked by. I would never expect these would ever be on a modern day collection, but they're here, and the fact that they're here really makes me wonder that if they do add more to Origins, what other classics could we potentially get being added on here? I mean, the fact that now you add most of the Game Gear titles, pretty much this is all the definitive 2D Sonic collective stuff. So I'm interested to see if there's any potential other stuff they could add into Origins as a patch update, or maybe, they roll out something new for more content potentially added to Origins Plus. But I think as of what we've seen right now with Sonic Origins Plus, it seems like they're definitely adding way more content. I mean, the fact that you're getting 12 games is really insane. So the fact that we're getting 12 Sonic games here from the Game Gear era is just fascinating to also add to, obviously, the all-time classics in 1, 2, 3 Knuckles and CD. So yeah, I mean, obviously they show them off here. I mean, it's really cool, it's incredible, and I honestly can't wait to hopefully touch these games on the channel. I hopefully gonna be able to, you know, show them off and stuff like that. Basically talk about Origins Plus when it does come out. Of course, I will be doing that, of course. But yeah, it's just insane to see what Sonic Origins Plus is, the fact that it is a thing, and to see that now we basically have 16 games for the price of one is insane. I'm definitely going to be buying this game when it does drop. But yeah, tagline for this: 16 classic titles, one timeless collection. Obviously, you can see the box art; it looks insane. I mean, obviously the box art is the same as the last one, but I do love how this comes out. Like, it does really make it feel like. Of course, you have the ring there saying the 16 classic Sonic games and new playable characters. I love that, of course, being there. I also love that you also have a Sega Genesis reversible cover. That is super fucking cool to me. Obviously, having this as like a Sega Genesis reversible cover, to see that right here, just phenomenal. It really shows appreciation to the classics. And also, we have a 20-page art book. In my opinion, I love Sonic art. I think having a whole art book also being added into this is incredible. It's available in stores June 23rd, 2023, and it will be available on PlayStation 5 and 4, Xbox One and Series X, and on the Nintendo Switch. And obviously, I am very excited to see what else they could potentially do with Origins after Sync Plus. Hopefully, there may be more DLC updates later on. But yeah, it's just incredible. And it also says, for current owners of Sonic Origins, complete your experience with the Plus expansion pack, which is great. Sonic Origins Plus also has a digital bundle and Plus expansion pack upgrade available June 23rd, 2023. So if you already own Sonic Origins, well, you have a good odds of already just being able to upgrade. And yeah, it's incredible. I also believe you do get the Premium Fun Pack and the Classic Music Pack if you have the Sonic Origins Deluxe Edition from last year. So basically all that content would just be added into Plus anyway, which, again, cool. And yeah, I mean, also this game is going to be on the Epic Game Store and Steam if you are planning to play this on your Steam Deck or on the PC. But yeah, this is all cool. It's great to have all this content here for Sonic the Hedgehog. Of course, 2022 was a massive year for Sonic, so hopefully 2023 can build on the foundation that was built because of last year. And I think having Sonic Origins Plus, basically upgrading more content and adding more to Sonic Origins, which was a pretty good collection, but I felt like a lot of people felt like they wanted also some more, like maybe an update or something, and I feel like this is definitely going to deliver that. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be crazy to see, and I'm very interested in this. The right direction to take Sonic Origins, and a great beginning to basically this and the Sonic Frontiers DLC update. It's been a great heck of a ride for Sonic so far already, in my opinion, in 2023.